Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we're talking about Castlevania, the very first one, courtesy of the Castlevania Anniversary Collection on Steam. This is a really good collection, I think. I think there's a lot to love here. So this collection has like a ton of games in it. It's got the original Castlevania, Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse, Super Castlevania 4, Castlevania The Adventure, Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge, Castlevania Bloodlines, Kid Dracula, which was never released in English, and it also has History of Castlevania, Book of the Crescent Moon. That's a lot of content there. It's only $20, very positive on Steam. If you like the classic Castlevania games, this is for you. If you don't care about any of the Castlevania games pre-Symphony of the Night, I don't know what to tell you. This is pretty much all of them that are pre-Symphony of the Night. So, yeah. But the game we're playing is the OG, the original Castlevania from 1986 on the NES. This is a very challenging game, as most NES games were. This is back before games really cared whether or not you thought they were hard. They just were. The devs came up with something and they ran with it. The level design is great. The music design is great. It's all very classic. The controls are as clunky as ever. It took me 1,000 years to figure out how to use my tools, and as you'll see, I was pretty much stuck on that first boss until I figured that shit out, and that's fine. You know, that's the struggle of playing with two buttons, man. That's right. NES controllers had two buttons and a D-pad. That was it. So, yeah. I'm playing this on the gamepad, on the Xbox controller. I imagine that the keyboard support is fine. It probably works about the same way as it does for most NES games, keyboard controls wise. So, that's not the most egregious or offensive control scheme ever. But it's not for me. Personally, when it comes to these classic Nintendo games, I just prefer to have a controller in my hand as the gods intended it when I was a child. Well, this is before I was born, actually, is when this game came out. This game's old as hell. But yeah, we got it in North America in 87, but it originally came out in Japan in 86. So, hey. But like I said, classic game. Absolutely a classic. It's a classic that I never got very far in. I'm going to be completely honest. You'll see, I'm not exactly good at it. I love Castlevania dearly. It's a game that I've always cherished. I've always held it dear to my heart. It's always been a franchise that I've found very cool. You know, it's got that very awesome vampire, like gothic kind of atmosphere about it. And I've always enjoyed that about it. Like, as a kid, as an adult, you know, they had the Netflix anime that I thought was absolutely incredible and did a fantastic job of making anyone other than Richter look great. So, I believe in this game, we're playing as Simon Belmont, though, not Richter Belmont. Even though everyone believes that Richter Belmont is the best Belmont, here we're playing as Simon. Your boy Simon is making his way through the castle to try and find Dracula and break the curse, you know. And we're probably going to look at all the Castlevania games that are in this collection. I'm going to be completely honest with you about that because I just love these games. They're just so fucking good. Whether or not I'm good at them doesn't even matter, honestly. They're just good. It's easy to pick it up. It's difficult to master these games, but it is very easy to pick them up and have a good time for a little while, you know. And they do definitely provide replay value. On the PC, you'll see me fumbling around with buttons trying to figure stuff out and opening up a save menu. Ever so briefly, the game originally was not built with a saving feature, I don't think. I know a lot of old original NES games did not have a saving feature built in. So like getting through like all 8 worlds of Super Mario Bros. 3, or really any of the Super Mario Bros. Was really kind of like a chore. You know, your Nintendo stayed on for a long time trying to do that shit. I believe, Don't quote me here. I could be wrong. Or better yet, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But I do believe that the original Final Fantasy was the first NES game to have a built-in saving feature. And that game, there's just no way you would have finished it without it. So that's quintessential to the Final Fantasy, formula. You need to be able to save your game with Final Fantasy. And just like taking a second to appreciate that game, since we're talking about old NES games, that game is just as much convoluted bullshit as every other Final Fantasy game ever, which is great. Like, you would think that looking back at the original Final Fantasy, that hey, maybe the story would make a little bit more sense outright. Nah, not really. It does at first, and then it goes from 0 to 100 real quick and gets real fucking confusing. So, yeah. But anyhow, back to Castlevania, back to our boy Simon Belmont, back to finding the good old-fashioned wall chickens, wall turkeys. This game, it's got secrets. The wall turkey is a giveaway. This game's got secrets. Most of the secrets are going to culminate in that wall turkey coming in clutch, because the game is very much not forgiving. There's very much not traditional healing items, in the sense that you have no inventory to carry them, so you won't be finding any potions or anything along those lines lying around. You're kind of just making your way through, and really, it's really just a lot of pushing from one wall turkey to the next until you can beat the boss. I do believe there's one-ups. I didn't get any, but I do believe there are. And yeah, there's plenty of game here. I don't recall exactly how long this one is, but I do recall that it is long enough. Definitely long enough. So, let's see how many levels are in this game, you might be wondering. Well, technically, there's 6 blocks of levels, right? Like 6 worlds, if you will. And each world has 3 stages in it. So, yeah, you got 18 levels. Really, that's not bad. I think there's a boss at the end of every single one of them, too. So it's 18 bosses. There it is. At level 18, you get to fight Dracula. And that's that. And the box art for this game is fucking sick. This game really is just it lives in its own time. Definitely lives in its own time. It's absolutely a product of its time, and it's just one of those things, it's just one of those things that I think that we should all cherish, and we should revisit every so often these classic games from our childhood and relive the frustration at the fucking Medusa heads. You know exactly which Medusa head you are. You're bitches. Relive that unbridled rage when that Medusa head hits you and you fall off the damn level, because it's a fucking Medusa head and they have so much knockback, it doesn't make any damn sense. But anyway, there's a lot of things to love here. There's things to get mad at, The controls are clunky by modern standards, I'll be honest, but I do recommend this game. I do recommend this Castlevania collection. It's $20, man. It's like $19.99 as its normal price. So, I recommend it. There's a lot of games here. And there's a lot of game even in just this one game. So with that said, I want to thank you guys for taking this journey back to the past with me. A little bit of a blast from the past, if you will. So, thank you guys again for following me here. And feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Do what you need to do. Grease that bell button a little bit if you'd like to. Maybe you don't like Castlevania. Maybe you don't like me. If that's the case, go ahead and drop a dislike if you feel like I've earned it. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I will fucking see you later.